Hi everybody, it's Daniel Wyatt from Mixmaster Wyatt Academy, back with a new technique. I get a lot of questions on how to make a fat kick. We all want a fat kick, or most of us do. There's actually a fantastic way to get right to the point, and it's basically using Trash 2 as a multiband saturator. So we have here Chesko's Do It Like That, very cool track. And let's go straight to the kick here. And we'll put on Trash 2. And there is Trash 2 right there. The first thing you want to do, and many people don't know about this, is go into the options and turn on the oversample algorithms. And what this does, without getting too technical on this particular video, is it does some internal upsampling, which raises the Nyquist limit and extends the high frequency density. Even though it gets downsampled, we still benefit from it. Again, it's a whole nother subject, but the advanced users at the online school have been studying this diligently. Now we understand it. And we also see that they've added oversampling to FabFilter's new Pro C2. So it's all the rage, oversample. Good, so that's done. And let's close this, hit OK, not bypass. Let's go to Trash, and really this is a multiband saturator. So again, EQ moves energy around that exists. Saturators create new energy. They create sonic density and a richer, thicker sound with lots more harmonics. So we'll go ahead and we'll go to multiband here, and it gives us these crossovers 20 to 120, 120 to 2K. You can slide these around to taste. I think for this type of work, you can go ahead and move this around 200 for starters, and then we'll adjust it to taste. So the first thing you want to do is we'll solo the kick here, and first we'll just give it a listen in solo. And it's a good raw kick. And we want to add both some brightness and some weight and some mid-range body to it. So let's add the density on the low end first. We click on this crossover. It shows that you're on 1 by looking at 1 here. And I love this tape saturation. Just fantastic. I think you could start to tweak these custom, but I get into trouble doing that. I like to go with the presets on this one. I didn't go to MIT. I'll use the presets typically, and what I will adjust is drive, which is like drive on a decapitator from Sound Toys, or drive on any saturator. You know, you're adding more saturation, so you can adjust the drive, but almost more importantly, the wet-dry mix. So now we have added this tape saturation to the sub, and let's give it a listen. You gotta love that. That's a beautiful thing. Little kick, big kick. So typically what I would do here is just pull the mix down a little bit. And I'm liking that. That's a good thing. Next, let's go to, I sort of skip the middle and I do it last typically. I want to balance out the subs with some brightness. And for the brightness, we'll go up top here. This shows us we're on the band 3. And the brightness presets I like are up here in distortion. I like Blues Driver and Amp Drainer. These are my 2 favorites. They're similar. They sound a little bit different. So let's give that a listen. And if you want to bypass just the effect on the band, it's this little B here, little B. And I like it. And you can try Amp Drainer, similar, a little bit different sounding. I'm going to go with Blues Driver on this one. And again, I'm running to the wet dry mix, and I'm just going to pull that down a bit. and I'm liking that. And in the middle, I'm going to do another instance of tape saturation, but probably with a different wet-dry mix. And again, you haven't seen me touch the drive. Once in a while, I'll do that a little bit. But I think usually I survive just playing with the wet-dry mix. So now we have tape saturation on the middle, a different instance of it, and we'll wet-dry mix that to taste. And I think I'm going to pull down a little brightness here. And the final thing you can do is just adjust the crossovers a little bit to taste. Sometimes you don't even know exactly what you're doing, but you're just listening for the sound, trying to get something musical. And I think I actually liked it at 200. So here's the before and after. And I know I'm going to see in the comments, all you did was make it louder and the limiter's on. And yes, I did make it louder. And yes, this limiter is on. There's sort of a simple limiter with no controls. It's either on or off. I like to use it on. A little bit of digital limiting. Never heard of any kick that I ever met. And I'm not that kind of maniacal person who's always trying to A/B and make sure it's not volume. I know I'm inducing a lot of harmonics here and a lot of energy. And if it makes it a little louder and it makes me feel good, I think it's okay. So that's basically the technique and the workflow there. If you like what you have and you want to do a global wet-dry mix, it's down here. Sometimes I back it off just a bit, but I actually like the sound. Okay, so there's the technique and the workflow with one of my favorite multiband saturators. I hope you enjoyed it.